It's time for Project A work, musical audio and you. So here's basically what you've got to do. You've got to produce at least 2 songs. One song needs to show demonstration of Garageband loops. The other one must also have input from a external microphone of some kind. Now, they both can do both of those things, which is fine. It's just that you have to meet those minimum requirements for this project. So keep that in mind. Whatever you're designing, whatever you're planning, awesome. Just make sure that you have at least one that shows use of loops and one that uses an external microphone. You can do all kinds of things. You can rap, you can create songs, you can create music, you can use a MIDI. All those things are a possibility. The only thing that limits you is you. The other thing you want to kind of think about is keeping it tied to a theme. How is this relatable to you? Is it tied to you in some way? That's because you're going to put it in a portfolio and you want it to have kind of a commonality that holds it together. Keep in mind you've also come up with an album cover that reflects that, because that's the part that ends up showing up and being public. And what I mean by public is we end up putting this in a portfolio. And here's an example. This is Hannah Godfrey, and it's actually part of her portfolio that you've built in that you can see. Here's her one for tracks and loops. Nicely done. I'll play a little bit. So you can see she loaded this through YouTube, but there's other ways to do it in a portfolio. Here's her her first one where she herself used outside. She incorporated a MIDI. Nicely done. And here is a look at Brock Savage. And yeah, we know Brock's a great musician, but here's why I wanted to show it to you. I mean, besides the final product, but do you see how he's got this album cover, Life Rock and Roll On? And he designed it. All he did was he took a picture using his guitar picks and part of his chord from his guitar. I mean, that's very clever. Now, the thing is, guys, you have to have an album cover, too, that you take the picture for. What are you going to have that reflects and holds your theme for this project together? That's the key. The other thing you got to remember is fine-tuning the details. Whatever you produce, you need to have that information added to it after you export it into iTunes. Remember, I'm going to expect you to input this information and be able to showcase that when you get up to speak. You're going to have all those details there. This project will be due 1 week from Wednesday or Thursday, whichever day your block project began on. And they're going to be public, so you're going to get up and talk about it in front of the class. So happy recording, guys. Make these moments count.